Many years ago, it is my first time to go abroad by myself. I consider convenience, so I joined a group tour. I participated in a 6-day tour to a country in South Asia. I arrived at the airport that day. The travel agency sent a female tour guide. Because I went abroad alone, I guess I will also arrange to stay in the same room as the female tour leader at night. After arriving at the destination, listen to local tour guides introduce cultural customs along the way. There are also many newly built 5-star hotels on both sides of the bridge. The tour guide also introduced the local history and culture. It is said that during World War I, causing heavy casualties, the hotel we are about to stay in was just completed last year. The hotel also has swimming pool facilities where you can play in the water. If we want to take a walk nearby, there is a big night market opposite the hotel. We can go shopping and relax. I heard here, my heart has already flown away. Subsequently, we arrived at the hotel where we were staying after a long journey. The female team leader began to issue room door proximity cards. I thought I would be rooming with her, but I didn't expect. She actually asked me directly,
"Are you afraid of sleeping alone at night? Is it okay for you to sleep alone?"
When I heard her say this, in my heart right now, but, fortunately, I have been quite independent since I was a child. Because I have lived abroad, I am adaptable enough not to be afraid. So I promised to live in a room by myself. But I didn't expect. She gave me the room key card. I saw the door number 1424, room 24 on the 14th floor. I felt nervous at that time, but I changed my mind. I thought it was just for one night. There should be no problem. So I handed my luggage to the service staff. I'll go upstairs first and check if the hot water is normal. Before I enter the room, I always have the habit of knocking on the door first. After opening the door, I will enter the room sideways. I would say sorry to stay one night. I am a person with a keen sixth sense. I didn't feel uncomfortable the moment I entered the room, so I went to take a shower with peace of mind. The bathroom in the hotel room is separated from dry and wet types. There is a large mirror outside the shower space. I get out of the shower. Those few steps when I walked to the mirror, I seemed to catch a glimpse of a man out of the corner of my eye. The man was squatting in the corner looking at me. But when I look back, or look in the mirror and see no one, I was shocked to realize that I must have been dazzled. Later, I'll go to the night market opposite the hotel. I didn't return to the hotel until after 9 o'clock in the evening. After I returned to the room, I took another shower. I don't feel anything strange. I usually sleep with the TV on. This time I was out of town and slept without turning off the TV all night. The room I stayed in had 2 single beds, a bed for luggage and belongings. The other is the bed I sleep on. I did not expect. When I fall asleep, I suddenly felt like the earth was shaking. I woke up and jumped out of bed. At first I intuitively thought it was an earthquake. I sat up and was surprised to see the TV screen. A horror movie was playing right now. And it happens to be a scary plot where ghosts open the door and invade. It's like my door is really opened. I felt shocked for a long time, but I reluctantly told myself, this situation, it must be a coincidence. After I changed the TV channel, I fell asleep again. But I didn't expect that it wouldn't be long after I fell asleep. I was suddenly woken up by the earthquake again. So I jumped out of bed again. It's always been like this, repeated several times this night. I was shaken awake for the last time. It's already past or 7 o'clock in the middle of the night. I think, no matter what, I should know what's going on. At this time, I chose to seek help from my devout faith. I said to God in my heart, God, can you please communicate with it? I'm just staying for one night. I'll leave early tomorrow morning. That's all. I don't know if I am too tired, or is communication effective. I actually fell asleep until the morning call at 6 o'clock in the morning. The next day, I told the female team leader about the horrific experience last night. She was very surprised to hear, but she still kept explaining that it might be due to the aircraft cabin pressure, symptoms that make me feel unwell. I can't help but think about it. Did she want to appease my mood? Or rather, what does she know? When I come home from the trip, I told my family about my incredible experience. My family were very surprised to hear this. Actually, I always think, maybe the female team leader knew there was something wrong with that room a long time ago. That's why she doesn't want to live with me. What do you think?